feel like it's almost impossible also to talk about the character of Marysol, especially in the early seasons of Miami, without talking about her mom, Mama Elsa. I also feel like Elsa kind of deserves her own like standalone biography video. In those early seasons of Housewives, before people were really getting labeled officially as friends of, I feel like that's the capacity that Elsa was operating in. We saw her a lot. We saw her like in a lot of group settings with the women. We saw her one-on-one with Marysol, obviously. The people loved Elsa. There was a Bravo like web series spin-off show called Havana Elsa that was following Elsa launching an espresso line. If anyone ever tried Mama Elsa's espresso, like let us know how it was. Elsa passed in 2019 and Marysol still very much actively talks about her on the show. There were reports from Elsa's funeral that the women who were on Real Housewives with Marysol did show up to the funeral. I feel like is one very small touch point to remind us that all these women did remain friends in between like all those years of filming. And actually very recently in April, Mama Elsa's home was put for sale. There's an article in the Miami Herald announcing the sale that also said that Marysol herself would be handling the sale, and it had like her email at the bottom. So I assume we also now know that Marysol has a real estate license. I can talk more about Mama Elsa. I can talk more specifically about the home too if anyone's curious. Despite being retired from PR, Marysol is definitely still entrepreneurial. She's the co-owner of this brand Locks and Mane, which I believe is extensions. We saw Jennifer, who is the founder, and then I assume also the co-owner with Marysol on the Preppy Party episode. I've also heard her talk before about her intention to launch a cocktail brand, Cockies, which I don't know where that is. Beyond Housewives, like she's definitely staying busy. Now, if I may flip to my personal opinion about Marysol as a character, you know I like to compartmentalize these. I said this before, and like maybe this is a non-conversation if Marysol has come out and talked about it directly, but I think that she probably likes the friend of role. I've said before that I think that she would choose that over a full-time housewife. I know a lot of people are like, give her a mojito. I think it's probably about privacy. We do see a lot of her personal life, like we see Steve, we've seen Steve's kids, we see her house, like she hosts a lot, especially compared to other franchises. The Friends of on Miami really stand on their own as characters and have a lot of just like one-on-one time with the audience. They always have confessionals, again, they're hosting things. I think Marysol like genuinely likes being on the show. Like I think she likes the drama, I think she likes the messiness, I think these are genuinely her friends. Obviously money and like some level of notoriety is always a pull for a lot of women to appear on Housewives cast. I think there's probably a part of Marysol that likes the control when she's in Friends of. Like I don't feel like she's holding back from us necessarily in her capacity. I think she's a really good character. I think she adds a lot to the dynamic, and again that history that all these women have with each other, I always say, is so key to how they operate with each other.